Okay, this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. So as you all know, Aardman announced Chicken Run Dawn of the Nugget. That name cringy as fuck, so I'm gonna call it Chicken Run 2. And me being a big Aardman fan since Curse of the Were-Rabbit, I was really excited for it. However, as time goes by, I then say to myself, do we really need a Chicken Run 2? And after looking more into the info Aardman gave us, the answer is, well, not really. Before I give my reasonings, I just want to say this. I love Chicken Run. Chicken Run is one of the greatest animated movies of all time. That movie is a literal masterpiece. And again, I'm a big Aardman fan. I watched almost, if not every Aardman thing down to its commercials. However, I'm not biased. If there's something that I don't like, I'm gonna call it out. I don't give a fuck. Just like what I did with Pixar in my Toy Story 5 review. And to no surprise, I got some ass motherfuckers in the comments. A true fan will love every single thing. God, I hope the Aardman fanboys don't attack my ass. Anyways, back on topic. You're probably thinking, but Bastion, why don't you think Chicken Run needed a sequel? Well, cause it ended perfectly. All the chickens escaped, they're now in a safe environment with little chicks. How can you expand upon that? With how it ended, you can tell that it's a one and done story. But I guess Aardman thinks you could do more with Chicken Run. Okay, Aardman, what you got for us? What's the synopsis for Chicken Run 2? After successfully escaping from Tweety's farm in a daring and risky manner, Ginger has discovered her ideal place, an idyllic island retreat where the entire flock can live in harmony, without any risk from humans. With the arrival of a new member, Molly, hatched by Ginger and Rocky, it appears that Ginger's fairy tale ending has finally come true. However, the entire chicken population is now confronted with a menacing and new danger on the mainland. Determined to safeguard their freedom, even if it means endangering it, Ginger and her team are determined to break in. Okay. Doesn't sound like much, to be honest. Not gonna lie, I'm kinda getting Finding Dory vibes, where just hearing the premise makes me think to myself, did you really think this movie needs a sequel? I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved Finding Dory. It was surprisingly great, but it was inferior to Finding Nemo. Maybe Aardman will reveal more later on, but so far, So that's just the gist of the story. Also, I would like to note that all the voice actors are returning for this movie, except for Julia Swaha and Mel Gibson. Both are replaced with Thondira Newton and Zachary Levi from Ginger and Rocky. This movie is also going to be directed by Sam Fell, which I'm kinda concerned about. He's the same guy who directed Flushed Away. And I rewatched Flushed Away about a month and a half ago, and I'm sorry, but that movie was not as good as I remembered it to be. I remember really liking Flushed Away. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely one of Aardman's weaker movies. And on top of that, Nick Park and Peter Lord are not involved in this movie, which is pretty bad, to be honest, considering that they were the ones who directed, produced, and written Chicken Run. Dude, they managed to make Chicken Run a dark, fucked up, yet heartwarming and funny-ass movie. And part of me believes that this movie's not gonna have the blend of edge and zaniness of the predecessor. From the looks of it, it seems like this one's gonna be more lighthearted, which isn't a terrible thing, but I feel like the lack of tone blending will probably be shallow, if we're being honest. How are they gonna emulate what made Chicken Run a classic in the first place? I don't know, man. Also, it just feels like Aardman is low-key desperate. Think about it. Chicken Run came out in 2000, right? It's 2023, and I think Chicken Run 2 is supposedly dropping in December. I don't know about you, but the fact that there's a sequel happening almost 24 years after the predecessor, it's too little too late, Aardman. And if I'm being for real, your recent movies kinda suck. Early Man was trash, and Farmageddon was trash too. The last good Aardman movie was the Shaun the Sheep movie. That movie was surprisingly good, considering the fact that I don't like Shaun the Sheep, to be honest. It could be a me thing, because Shaun the Sheep is aimed towards a much younger audience than, say, Wallace and Gromit, right? And that movie was 8 fucking years ago, bro! Looking back, I feel like the only way this premise could work is if you make it like a special or a short. If you ask me, they should make it a 30-minute short, considering how surprisingly great Robin was. That short was very well made. It was also very refreshing as far as Aardman shit goes. I personally think Chicken Run 2 should just be a short. I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But as time continues, I'm getting more worried about Chicken Run 2. How are they going to pull it off? Chicken Run is phenomenal. But if the sequel comes out and it sucks, it's just a waste. Like, you gonna make a sequel decades later just for it to suck. But Bastion, Chicken Run 2 will be good. Don't get too excited, bro. Deep down, I am looking forward to this movie. But in reality, I don't know what to expect from this movie. Alright, I'm running out of shit to say, so I'm gonna end the video. I'm out.